Now we will try to parse this JSON and get the value as per the index. So to parse it, we need JSON array. So for that we have to add the dependency here. Yeah, the JSON dependency is there. So let's try to add that. Let permit JSON array JSON array take a variable JSON array. Let's try to input it. Add parameter create interface JSON array input JSON array org.json, for which the dependency we have added here org.json. Okay, we imported means that. So to that we need to assign that a string. Okay, to JSON array equal to new JSON array. Here we are creating a object with passing the parameter, the string parameter, in which the output is there from data target, which element we got, thus string here, this one. Okay, to parse that we have one array here. The first array is JSON, this is the parent array. So to make that we have to uh, like through a for loop we will be traversing that, because for that there are three elements. Okay, 0 1 2, so three elements are there. For int I equal to 0, I is less than this JSON array size I plus plus. Okay, inside the for loop JSON array dot length. So we have to capture each element of this JSON array. So JSON array, so the for JSON array length we have to capture JSON array dot get I. So here it is also an array, because these all are also individual array, like the parent array, these are also a array. So we have to assign here a same JSON array. We have to take help. Let's say JSON array, let's say arr1. Okay, if I will write arr1, it will be the JSON element. Okay, it is now the element, but we have to convert it to array. So I can write JSON array, I can typecast it. Okay, I can typecast it JSON array dot get I, JSON array 1 equal to JSON array. So what is the error? Okay, the parenthesis we do not need, we need here in the typecasting in both the side. Okay, here now it is converted to JSON array. So with the each array, again I have to capture each elements. Now inside that these elements are not array, these are the simple elements, but I have to capture each element through the through the uh, by traversing each individual array. Okay, so for that I will have to take the help of another for loop. For int j equal to 0, j is less than, this time I am taking the help of I am traversing this means this intermediate array, these individual arrays I am traversing. Now I have the hold of this array. From this array I will be traversing the element. So this is caught in my arr one element. So arr one dot length j plus plus. So how would I get the each element? I can get by I will capture it inside the inner JSON. I have to capture it through a JSON object. Okay, these are the JSON objects. Why JSON objects again? Because what is this zero element? It is also a JSON. If you go and see, this is a JSON inside the array. These are the JSON objects. So I have to take the help of JSON object to hold this. Okay, so my JSON object would be I have to first get the element arr1 dot get j. Okay, how can I hold that? Because it is a JSON object. So inside the JSON object, that is the inner JSON equal to this. So this is JSON object. I have to import it. Okay. Now arr1 dot get j. So I have to again convert it through typecast to JSON object. Now I have inside the inner JSON, which is a JSON object, these elements. Okay, this value and formatted value. I have to capture the value only. Okay, I have to capture the value only. If this inner JSON dot get, I have to capture value, and I can store it because it is of a string type. Okay, I can store inside a string. Okay, so for that I can write string value equal to this innerJSON dot get value. I have to typecast it to string. Okay, now I got the value, but I need all the value from all these array. Okay, so I need to add it to a array list. Okay, so define a array list at the beginning. Array list. Okay, array list, it would be storing string values because these are my string values. So in string format I will be capturing the values. Array list string, let's say array result, because this is my result what I am getting from the page. Okay, this is my result. Array result equal to new array list string. Okay, I'm just initializing it here. Okay, new array list string. Now I'm importing it through. I inputted the array list here. So I need to store there all the values inside the for loop, whatever values are coming there. Array list dot add this value. Now this value is stored here. Okay, if after the end, at the end, let me return this value. Let me design a function because many times from many sheets I need to fetch the value. So let me design a function and inside that put it. Okay, public static, it will be returning array result of strings. So array list, this the return type. Let give the function public static array list. Okay, give the name get array result. Inside this function public static array list. Okay, it need a value. Inside that I will be returning this. Let us write the code there, and I can write a return this result. It will be returning the array list. Insert public static array list result. Yes, it needs some value. Okay, that which it will be parsing str.json. So we can give, it will be taking a string argument str.json. For the timing being, make it this function as a member function of this class. Okay, for the member function of this class. So here main is one function inside the class. Inside this class, main is one function. Let me put it as another function here. Okay, if I will call this function and only pass the JSON string, it will provide me one array. Here I am printing it get array result. From this JSON I need the value here get array result, and I need to store it inside a array list. Okay, I need to store it inside a array list here. Same array list string. What value here I am getting? Here I am getting, this is the value of gender. Okay, this is the value of gender. Gender details equal to get array result str.json. Okay, from this gender details, what is the like, first I have to validate all the values are male here. Okay, okay, this 0 1 2. Okay, getting my point. Let me design another function to, okay, I can directly write here how to fetch the value like for male. Okay, okay, let try to get the value of male and attrition, male attrition. Okay, male attrition value, let's try to fetch. So first let's see what is the value coming inside this array, and let's print it. One step by step I am going actually. So later on it, so then I will tell you how to fetch value from that array. Now from the JSON we fetch the value using a, by adding it inside the array result, means array list. See, these are my array values. Okay, I need to fetch them. So design another function here to fetch the value. This function is specific to this dashboard. Okay, specific to this dashboard. Design one more function. Let give it name uh, get details. Okay, get demographic details. Let's design that. Let us fetch the attrition value. Okay, so we can give the function name get, give a function name get attrition by gender. Okay, like I'm designing a generic function so that I will pass here from this sheet. Suppose I need the gender information. Okay, for that I need to pass the gender type and attrition or retention. Suppose female in the next time, then I will pass female. So attrition, then female attrition value would come to me. Female retention, that will come to me. Similarly, male retention, here there are two parameters, two fields there: gender type, then the attrition or retention. Okay, gender is, type is male female, then attrition retention. So two types are there, so I am taking two parameters: gender type and attrition or retention. So get attrition by gender type. Okay, so here uh, I need to pass one array there. Okay, I'll be passing one array there. So uh, it would be my array. So it would capture one array. Okay, okay. So I can add what type of array it is. It is a array list of a string. Okay, here this array I need to pass. Okay, array list of string. So it would be captured by here array list string. Give it a name. Let's say ARR inside the function. Okay, and what I need to pass, I am trying to get the attrition value. So for attrition I need the male or female gender type. So I can write a string. I will capture that inside a string gender type. Okay, inside that I need to capture that. And what would be the return type? My return type would be a string. Okay, here instead of the value, because a single value I will be returning. Here my attrition value for male. Okay, if I pass male, attrition value would be 150. So it is a string type here. So it would be string. Return. Let's initialize it to string attrition value equal to 0. Okay, sorry, it is a string. So you can declare it integer, no issue, but I am declaring it. Let's declare it as the integer. It may be sometimes very huge, so for that it would not come inside integer, so you have to declare big integer at that time. So that's why I'm taking it as a string. So inside a string I am writing it at 0. Okay, so for the time being it will be handled inside the integer. Let's declare it as an integer value equal to 0. Okay, so the return type would be integer here. So I have to travel this value. I'll have to return. Just declare it as a value here. So I have to traverse it by this way. For inside the for loop, int I equal to 0, I is less than this array size, means array length, array dot in array list we take the size I plus plus. Okay, I will traverse. What I will have to check, I will have to check if this if the array of 0, okay, if here, suppose here, okay, in this array, if I will have to check the if array of 0 is the gender type male and this value is attrition or ex employee, then I have to capture the fifth index. Okay, I need 0, 1 and fifth index to work on. If how do I capture the value from this array? Inside this array or array list, you can see in the ARR variable, that is array of array list type, array list dot get what I have to get, 0th index. Okay, that is I of I. If this dot equals the gender type what I am passing for the male, suppose if it is equal to the same gender type, then and array of 1, this is 0, this is 1, and if array of the 1, when it is 0 it is 1, so I plus 1 dot equals to what, it is for attrition we are taking, but in value what we are getting, for attrition we are getting value as X employees, so we have to capture this value, that is X employees, because X employees for attrition and current employees for retention. We are here taking attrition details. Okay, equals to X employees, let me cut it for time, and now it is okay, equal to X employees, then value equal to what, value equal to array of get, what we need to get, it is the here, see here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth, this fifth index we have to take. Check as per your script means requirement in which field it is coming, in which index it is the value is coming, desired value we have to take. So that is I am taking here fifth index. If it is not working for some values, let's say, then you can try with the fourth. Any of these would be working consistently. So fifth index. So here I am adding I plus 5. Why I plus 5? Because for the second time in this array I would be, I value would be changing. Okay, and at a time I am checking 5 elements. Okay, 6 elements, 0 to 5, 6 elements. So I have to, if for this set it is not working, then I have to jump to the second set, means second array elements. Okay, second set, because at a time I'm working with the 6 elements, so would have to increase the I value to 6. Here instead of I plus plus I have to write equal to I plus 6. Okay, then array dot get I plus 5. What is the issue here? Okay, this is of string type and I am assigning it to a integer type, so I have to typecast it. Okay, integer value of, instead integer value of, I will have to write the same error dot get 5. so it would be typecasting to integer. Okay, it would be typecasted to integer value. Now if I call this function get attrition by gender type, oh, this is not my script. Go to the script, this one. Okay, here gender details. I don't need this line. I'm writing get attrition by gender type. I need to fetch the attrition details for which gender type. Here I would have to capture for male. Okay, because my test case says total attrition should be equal to male attrition. So male attrition I need to capture here. From this sheet, male attrition I have to capture. Okay, this 150. Whatever value coming during runtime, I would have to pass value male. Integer male attrition equal to get attrition by gender type. It is taking two parameters. First one is the array list. The array list means values, set of values are present inside this array. Then this, just print it now. Total value equal to this much. Okay, let's run the script. See, the male attrition total value is 150, which is correct. 150 is the male attrition value. Similarly, we can get the value of male uh, retention. Okay, just need to call that function male. It is, we can say it male retention equal to, from this gender detail, for male the retention we have to take. So instead of attrition we can design another function male get gender retention by gender type. Here we can write male retention total value equal to this male retention variable. Only thing is we have to design this get retention function. Okay, so for that, let it would be very easy, just to copy paste this. Okay, give the name a different name. What it would be taking, get retention by gender type. This array it will be catching which array we are passing, array list we are passing, and gender type. For that gender, what it would be doing, it will be traversing, and each time it would be increasing the value 6, and here it would be taking it would be checking with the I index, first index with the gender type, that is correct, and I plus 1 equal to X employees. Instead of X employees, it would be for the retention, it would be capturing current employees. This current employees, take the value, retention is current employees, because we are taking value inside the array list. We got it. Current employees. Okay, function is designed. Let's run it. See, mail attrition total value is 150 and mail retention total value is 732. Okay, so that is the thing. We have to compare this value with this total attrition and total current employees. Yeah, total this part we got total attrition, mail attrition, then total attrition should be equal to mail attrition. So total attrition we have to capture from this sheet. Okay, to get that, here we have to set the value. See, each time we are setting the value, uh, like for setting the value inside uh, what inside the text box. Okay, we are just mm, clearing it, then we are sending the key there. Okay, so same thing we can do this time. Get total attrition KPI. Okay, because these are the key parameter indexes. Okay, KPIs. So from this sheet we need to fetch the detail. Okay, so for that, how manually we would be doing? First, see what is the sheet name for this. Clicking on this, it is the sheet name is from payload. We can verify it is KPI 2. Okay, it is KPI 2, and this sheet it is KPI 3. Okay, this is KPI 2 is the sheet name. If I place here and up, I need to get data from this sheet. 150 would be coming here. So value is 150 coming. So same thing I have to do design with the script. So I have to send the sheet name as KPI 2, because from KPI sheet I would be KPI 2 sheet I would be taking the value. Okay, so I am sending the key KPI 2, then I have to give a pause and click the button. Okay, each time actually I am performing the same activity, 5 line of code I have to write. Let's design a function. Okay, uh, for that what we can do, we can design a function set text in text box. Okay, let's design a function set text in text box. A return type will be void, we are not returning anything. Set text in text box, only we need the string value which we would be setting there. So value we would be setting. So for that, this is the function. So inside that actually we would be okay, in which text box we want to set the value. Okay, so the web element, maybe in the worksheet 4 5 text boxes are there, so we have to design a web element here. Mm, Another parameter we need web element ele. Okay, so we have to call this function here. Instead of 5 lines of code writing each time, I can direct write this and pass this ele there. Okay, first element, and second the string you want to set here. So KPI 2 I would be passing, so it will be working there. Set text in text box, but there I have to write these 5 lines of code. Okay, so if I click body is empty, let's add the same code here. Okay, that button click we have to be with there after setting. So we'll be clearing the value, setting the parameter to the value which user is passing. Okay, then waiting for 5 seconds. This line I need again after clicking the button. Okay, so in now 3 line the thing would be done. Okay, I would be using this line to set the text there. Okay, here inside set text I am passing gender. I can write directly the value gender. Okay, I can delete this line up to this. Set text in text box. Here once again I can remove the above code. I just need to pass these values there. Copying there. I can delete this line and this line. Just clicking the function. It's done. So I'm setting KPI 2 and clicking the get data button. Then what I need, okay, the value would be there. Okay, then let's run up to this. Then I have to get run in debug mode. You can see the value it is okay. You can see the values it is populating there. Mail returns on 7:32. Okay, now it would be coming to capture the KPIs. See the KPI2 value it populated. We need to capture this thing in our script. So I'm stopping it like the same way last time we did it. We can write array list. Okay, first we have to capture the JSON. We can directly write as we have defined it above. So JSON equal to get the text there. From here it would be taking the KPI text. Then after taking it we have to form the JSON array. So in the same format I can write, just copy paste. It is very easy. Give it a name KPI2 or list KPI2 from this str JSON. Okay, now from this KPI2 array list, how you are getting the values, then I can write then just directly KPI2, my value would be this 0 value. Okay, so KPI2 dot get 0. Okay, this 0 would be my value. Integer total attrition equal at total attrition, that is KPI2 equal to KPI2 array list dot get. Okay, then I need to convert it to integer. Let me cut it. Right, int integer dot value of, and that KPI2. I can print in the same way. KPI2 value equal to this total value. Okay, just write it. It is now trying to get the value for KPI2. See, the KPI2 value is 150 coming because that array is this, and we are capturing only 150 inside the, we are only taking the value inside the array result, and there is only one value, one index there, only array of 0. Okay, that 0th index value I am getting from this JSON array, inner JSON array. So now the KPI2 value is 150. Similarly, we need to get the value for current employees. Okay, so for current employees it is KPI3 get data. So it is 732 coming here. Okay, so for 732 perform the same thing, total attrition KPI2 here, it is get total retention KPI3, it is current employees, get total attrition, get current employees, it is KPI3 sheet. We have to just pass the value KPI3 as per the sheet name, because the sheet name is KPI3. We can verify is it just on the network tab, click on here, the select whatever the payload going, see the sheet name is KPI3. So the KPI3 sheet data we need, so we'll be passing KPI3 the sheet name here, then we'll be clicking on get data. It is same array list KPI3, just give a different variable name, the same JSON string we would be passing. Okay, what would be the get data from the target? Okay, then give a different value 3, integer the value of KPI3. This is the KPI3 array, copy paste here, but get 0 total attrition value, total value KPI3, KPI3. Now run it. It is fetching data from a sheet, earlier gender sheet, now KPI2, then it will be fetching the value from KPI3 sheet. See, KPI2 value is 150 and KPI3 value is 732. Okay, so we can write here. Now the step is we fetch the value from here and here also. Now it is the time to validate. Total attrition should be equal to male attrition. Total attrition, this is KPI 2. So let's compare. If total attrition should equal to male attrition, what is the text here? Total attrition should be equal to male attrition. Okay. If this is the total attrition, okay, this 150 dot equals, what is the male attrition? This is the male attrition equal to male attrition. Okay, it is integer, that's why you cannot invoke equals. Write double equal to male attrition. Then we can write in the same fashion. This is step 2 and sub step 2.1. Okay, we can write expectation. Like here we have written the same expression, total attrition should be equal to male attrition. Verification pass. If it not matches, we can write else total attrition will be equal to male attrition, verification fail. Similarly, the second step is total current employees should be equal to male retention, attrition, male retention. Copy this verification line, copy this line of code. Total current employees, where is that total current employees? That is coming from total current employees from KPI 3. Okay, total KPI 3 equal to male retention. Okay, equal to male retention. Male retention is where? This variable we captured male retention equal to male retention. It is step 2.2. Retention. Okay, copy it. Else will be fail. Third step is percentage attrition equal to this calculation. So for that we have to calculate the percentage, and from here also we have to calculate the percentage. So our percentage calculation is, this is the expected. Okay, we can take double variable, double expected. What is this percentage? Attrition rate. Expected attrition rate equal to 100 into, what is male attrition? Male attrition is coming from this variable, male attrition divided by male retention. Okay, male retention. Let's calculate it manually first. I don't know whether it is this divided by this 150, 732. It is coming out 1 divided by 732, it is 20 point something. So the calculation they are using is not correct. Means we are not correct how they are calculating. I think it is total divided by this much. Okay, so it would be 150 divided by, let's first sum this. Total employees would be 150 plus 732. 732 plus 150 equal to 882. Out of 882, this many employees are fired or resigned. 150. So 150 divided by 882 equal to 17.0. This is the calculation. So expectation is male attrition divided by, this is total employees. We can add note plus retention. This is the description calculation. We can add here or we can update here. Okay, so attrition percentage calculation is male attrition divided by total employees. So what is the male attrition? Male attrition is this much. Okay, divided by total employees. So total employees is what? Attrition plus retention, means which are fired or resigned, plus current employees. Current employees is coming from, I'll not will be taking from male attrition KPI 2. I will be taking here KPI 2 plus KPI 3. This KPI 2 plus 3 is the total employees, and this many are fired. So total KPI 2 plus total KPI 3, 100.00, let's say, multiply by this male attrition. Okay, this is the percentage calculation. This is the expected one, and actual one we have to fetch from there. So how can we fetch? We have to get the data from this sheet. What is the value present there? So click on this sheet. Okay, select. It is KPI 1. So we'll have to get the data from KPI 1. Get data. Okay, this is the value. Okay, this value we have to capture. So same thing I will be doing. Set text. KPI 1 I have to pass. Here click the button, get text. Let's give it a RNM KPI 1. Then value of that is KPI 1. Instead of integer, I will be taking double value of KPI, not 3, it is KPI 1, because the value we stored in here KPI 1 dot rlist dot get 0, and the value is this much. Okay, now we have to validate the sim. This is our KPI 1 value. Okay, so compare now and validate. If total value of this KPI, this is the percentage. Okay, this is not the total attrition. Here I have given the name attrition. Here it should not be attrition, it is retention. For the KPI 3, It is the attrition correct. KPI 3 it is retention. The array list name would be like this. KPI 3 total retention KPI 3 here total retention KPI 3 and here we can write it is the KPI 1 total not total it is the attrition percent actual. It is the actual value, okay, which we are getting from the sheet. We can write this one attrition KPI 3 is not, it is total retention. Here we can write actual as percentage is equal to if the expected attrition rate 3 we can write the expectation what is expected here percentage of attrition we can directly write is CUR is correct verification pass. Here we can write verification fail is not correct verification fail. Then just run the test case. See here two things are passing. Step 1 is pass. Step 2.1 total attrition rate it is pass. Current employee should be equal to male retention. It is also pass. Step 2.2 KPI value 1 is 17 point this much and percentage attrition calculation not correct verification fail. Step 2.3 let's debug that. Put the debug point here and debug it. It is capturing. I need my debug point to stop at this position. My expected attrition rate is 0.0 and KPI 1 is 7. Why expected attrition rate is 0? Male attrition 150, 150 plus 732. What is this value? It is coming out to be 0. Why? This value 882. Why it is coming out to be 150? Correct. 50 plus 732. Any one of it is, let me debug it. Here in the percentage calculation, actually I am getting little bit difficulties because the values it is not holding inside the uh, what inside the double, so we have to take the help of big decimal there. Okay, so declare it as a big decimal instead of double. Declare it as big decimal. Always use big decimal and big integer because you don't know during runtime how big your value would be. Big decimal and write here new, input it, new big decimal kpi 1 dot get 0. Okay, now I have to compare it equal to expected rate. I have to do it with a big decimal also. New, you start from the beginning, taking it instead of integer or double, take it as a big decimal, but I am changing just here. New big decimal, total KPI 2. Similarly, I will put it also inside here, KPI 3. Okay, for this I have to take the string value. To string, otherwise one thing you can do, big decimal, declare these attrition rates instead of integer, big decimal from the starting. Okay, here declare, capture it as a big decimal. Here it is integer, so you can do it by big integer, by gender type, call to write this way, new big integer, Okay, big integer. You can write here to new big integer. Okay, same thing. Also copy paste in the second function. Declare it as a big integer instead of integer. Oh, big integer. Return type, make it big integer. Okay, now it is correct. All values are in big integer. Here declare big integer. All values are now in big integer. Okay, if total KPI 2 to mail attrition, total KPI 2 get new big integer. Here also declare it as big integer. Here total KPI 3. Okay, instead of integer declare it as big integer. New big integer. New big integer. Now everything is result, only this calculation we have to sort out. I think we have already declared, so no need to take it here. You have to write the same formula. Let's write once again. Here I am just writing 100 into mail attrition dot divide, by which we have to divide. We have to add this total KPI 2 dot add total KPI 3. Total KPI 2, KPI 3 we have to add and divide by mail attrition. Instead of mail attrition, we have to take the KPI. Yeah, the this is mail attrition. This is, instead of it there, we have to take from here total attrition. The same will it do, but uh, it will do, but we have to take from here. Instead of that mail attrition, we have to capture it as a total KPI 2. KPI 2 divided by this. This is the calculation. Then we have to multiply it by 100. Okay, this is the calculation expected. Expected. Okay, take it as a big decimal integer. New total, we have to multiply it. Okay, big decimal. Decimal 100, because everything is of big decimal. So let me write the exact function dot. We have to write it here, 2 divided by Let's take it one by one. Big decimal total employee equal to this one. This is the total employee. Okay. Total attrition KPI 2 dot. Okay, these are integers. Okay. KPI 2 this divided by total employee. Okay, it need to be converted to big decimal. Okay. Here I have converted. First I calculated the total employee count by sum of KPI 2 and KPI 3. That is the sum of this 2 and 3. I summed up. It is coming as total employee. Then this total employee I have converted to big decimal as per the big decimal rule. Then I at the last time multiplied by 100. I divided by total uh, tot KPI 2 divided by total employee, then multiply by 100 as per the formula. Male attrition is KPI 2, then total employee, and then 100 I multiplied at the end. So it is the expected attrition rate, then calculate the percentage, run it. Let's see what is happening this time. It is taking value from the indexes, from the worksheets. Okay, exception no, terminating decimal exception no, exact representation. Okay, actually we have to 2.2 is verification fail. 2.2 is the verification fail. Okay, here for the calculation I converted the big integers. All the KPIs we captured in big integers, then we converted to big decimal. The calculation I made by converting the big integers, after converting to string value, then converted to big decimals, then multiplied the KPI 2. That is here it is KPI 2. After applying the filter per mail, converted the KPI to 150 to big decimal, because end result we need in decimal, so it is huge. So means the calculation we are capturing in big decimal. So I converted all the values to big decimal and then calculated the value and stored in expected attrition rate. We can say expected attrition rate equal to this much. During the calculation, like division was so long, so the because after percentage, after decimal point, a number of large number is coming. It is not dividing, means uh, uh, just dividing. It is like extending to after decimal n digit 10, 12, which big decimal even cannot handle. So I rounded to 2. Sorry. Similarly, the value we are taking, set the scale of this big decimal to half of the same after decimal 2 points I am taking from the KPI one and from my calculation. Then I comparing both here using the equals, because big decimal values to compare we have to take the dot equals. So let's run this. Sorry. It is capturing the gender values here. This lecture got little bit long, and whatever I covered, it will be almost used in your test execution, means while writing test script, nothing more than that, because otherwise you would be facing the same. Because always take the decimal values in big decimal and round it up to 2 after decimal, and all the integer values in big integer. See, the expected attrition rate is 17.01 coming from the calculation, and KPI one value is 17.01, that is also passing. So let's stop it at the step 3. In the upcoming lecture, in the next lecture, I will be showing the step 4, the validation of step 4. So till the time, just subscribe to my channel so that you will get the update notification once I upload the new video in my YouTube channel. Thanks. Thanks for watching Learn to Apply YouTube channel. Thank you.